Breaking news in the playbook tonight. The drugster's drive to buy the St. Louis Rams. Well, he's been sacked. St. Louis Blues owner Dave Chicketts just released a statement saying that he is going to drop Rush from their bidding group. Turns out a lifetime of racist comments just is not going to endear you to the NFL. NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell, he had these comments.
Divisive comments are not what the NFL is all about. And so, you know, I would not want to see those kind of comments from people who are in a responsible position within the NFL.
Hey, drugster, this is the free market. This is what you're all about. NFL owners, they don't want you either. Indianapolis Colts owner Jim Irsay said that he wouldn't vote for Limbaugh because of his habit of, quote, demonizing individuals. That tendency of his to demonize folks is showcased in a new video production from the production company Brave New Films.
I just want to make sure I have this straight. Turns out I am the racist.
He once declared that slavery built the South. I'm not saying we should bring it back. I'm just saying it had its merits. For one thing, the streets were safer after dark.
Bullseye!
In a league that is 70% African American, the NFL cannot have an owner with a history of statements that, to put it bluntly, are stone cold racist.
The NFL all too often looks like a game between the Bloods and the Crips without any weapons. There, I said it.
Let me bring in director of Brave New Films, Robert Greenwald. Mr. Greenwald, this happened pretty fast, did it not?
It certainly did. We were able to work through the night to get the video done. The extraordinary work that the folks at Media Matters did, where, by the way, they have more than 28 different racist comments from Rush, and the bloggers in general all were up in arms over this, and I'm thrilled to see the whole progressive community come together fast, hard, and playing very tough on this.
Well, the NFL's about making friends and selling tickets and getting ratings. They're not about hateful comments. Dave Chicketts' statement, no more Rush. He writes that Rush was to be a limited partner as such. He would have had no say in the direction of the club or any directions regarding personnel or operations. However, it has become clear that his involvement in our group has become a complication and a distraction to our intentions, endangering our bid to keep the team in St. Louis. As such, we have decided to move forward without him and hope it will eventually lead us to a successful conclusion. You know, this may be a point that a lot of people are going to turn to, that you're really going to be held accountable for what you say in this talk television and talk radio culture that is now permeating through our entire society. I want your take on that. I mean, are we really getting into an age of accountability that maybe we didn't see 5 or 10 or 15 years ago? What do you think, Robert?
Well, certainly I think the media landscape is changing. It's a huge revolution. The work that many people do online is changing it. And of course, we want to fight to the death for Rush to say anything as horrible and racist as it is. But we also have the right to fight and say he should not be owning a sports team the way he tried to do. And the other thing that you know, that gotten lost is that, you know, this poor Rush, his hundreds of millions of dollars that he's making that allows him to be an investor, this so-called working man.
Well, I find it interesting that the NFL owners is, hey, it's a fraternity. They're all conservative and they're all billionaires, and they pretty much can do what they want in America. They've got tremendous influence, and they're kicking out the biggest conservative voice out there. Isn't this a little bit funny?
Listen, it's a day to celebrate. It's more than a little bit funny, but you know, it shows when money, the money is the dominant factor, and Rush was going to cost them money because the number of people. Look, we had 25,000 people sign the petition in less than 8 hours.
Yeah.
There's a lot of anger out there on Rush, and this was a way to focus it and channel it.
Mr. Greenwald, great work. Good to have you with us tonight. I do want to point out that for years Limbaugh has been saying that the free market doesn't want liberal talk radio. Well, there's a lot of conservative owners that would never even try progressive talk radio or liberal talk radio. So, Rush, how's that free market working for you tonight, buddy? It's about ownership, and I'm glad you found it out.
Here you have a racist.